In this episode of Running in History, I hike into St. Anthony's Wilderness to explore the abandoned 19th century ghost town of Yellow Springs.
There's an old story about a train.
Something large moving through the woods down there.
Oh shit. Listen to the sounds.
I try to keep my pack loaded and ready to take off on a moment's notice, so I decided to challenge myself today to grab my pack and make do with whatever I already had in it. I only added items to the outside open compartment, which consisted of water, GoPro, audio recorder, and drone. I saw the outside compartment had my UV water sterilizer and my pack chair. I set off on the 45-minute drive to St. Anthony's Wilderness as I watched civilization fade into the hills.
Man, it's good to be back out in the woods. It appears that I have the entire trail to myself. It's been years since I've been on this trail. There's actually a really cool creek crossing down here across this cable. All right, my goal is to go straight up this mountain and reach the abandoned village of Yellow Springs before sunset. I recently did a video about the most remote place in Pennsylvania, which is up in Hammersley Wild area. This area is called St. Anthony's Wilderness. Actually has the second most remote location in Pennsylvania as far as proximity to road is concerned. This trail doesn't seem to be that well known. I have never seen anybody out here. Some type of stone bridge through here. Not sure what that's all about, but at the top of this hill is a stone chimney or vent area. There's a lot of argument about what it actually is, but they did use inclines and railroad beds to get lumber to the top and the coal back down from the coal mine at the top. All right, made it to the turn. Straight up the mountain now. So when you're hiking, do you ever just stop and look behind you? Well, there's a huge boulder field up here. I didn't hit that yet, but when I do, that is actually straight up. And the last time we saw rattlesnakes up there. So curious to see if we run into another one. For right now, it's Spiderweb City across this trail. Starting to get hungry too, so hopefully I have what I think I have in my pack. I'm pretty sure I know what's in there. Problem is I haven't actually looked inside the pack since my last hike. Which was I guess that was last spring. So I always keep my pack packed up with everything I need to just grab it and go. Food, you know, worst case scenario, bug out bag type stuff. So this is a true test to see if I actually stuck to my my rule of keeping that thing packed with all the necessities I needed to survive. I did grab water. So I saw what's on the outside of my pack, which is what I added to it. I added the water. I saw that I have my ultraviolet sterilizer in there. And a pot to cook in. It's not working at all. I'm hoping I have my freeze-dried meals inside my pack. I know I have my tent poles on the outside. Question is, do I have both pieces of my tent? I'm not sure if there's a sleeping bag in there or not. It's pretty freaking warm out here, so I shouldn't really need that. Looks like we're coming up on the boulder field. But it's supposed to rain tonight. Looks like a pretty good sized rainstorm might be heading this way. So if I don't have either a tarp or my tent covering in there, looks like I'll be hiking out of here in the dark. I'm not sure if I have my headlamp. I know I have my pocket light. I'm just at this point hoping I have my lasagna freeze-dried meal in there, because I am starving. But there's the boulder field. Straight up this bad boy. This is the section we saw the rattlesnake the last time we were up here years ago. No, I changed my mind. I hope I have the beef stroganoff in my bag. Beef stroganoff. Man, it is humid today. The stone chimney's right there. probably hard to see, but that is a probably about 30-foot pit right there. There's a couple of them up here, looks like. Probably old mine shafts that collapsed. All right, mashed potatoes it is. Ah, finally, mashed potatoes. That's good. That's good stuff. So there's a lot of legends and stories about this place, of course. This was a 19th century coal mining operation, Yellow Springs, and it was right around the 1850s and ended up shutting down. Some of the foundations are left about a half mile that way. Maybe I'll try to check that out tomorrow, but the foundation of the homes of the mine workers is still up there. It actually intersects with the Appalachian Trail down that way. But yeah, I've been wanting to camp out at this spot for a long time. I've camped out down over the side of the ridge down there in the Stony Creek Valley many times. That's really nice camping. There's all kinds of stories about, you know, this place being haunted by the miners that died here. I've never really heard anything up here other than one time we heard, you know, clearly a female laughing in the woods in the middle of the night. I don't know if it was campers, somebody messing around, but this is like 3 a.m. in the middle of nowhere. I mean, St. Anthony's Wilderness. This is, it's thick out here. Like I said, this is the second most remote place in Pennsylvania as far as proximity to roadways. A couple miles to the north of me, there was an incident back in, I think it was 2011, 2012, something like that. A guy claimed that Bigfoot attacked his Winnebago camper in the a section of forest on the other side of the valley here. He actually reported to state police. His camper was tore up. It made international news, actually. It was all over the place. But yeah, he claimed Bigfoot got him up here. Now there were actually, if you follow the Bigfoot tracking page, there were only like 3 or 4 different alleged Bigfoot sightings up here. I mean, I did have weird things happen to me up here, including today. So when you're hiking, do you ever just stop and look behind you? It seemed like when I would stop, I heard footsteps behind me. When I would stop, the footsteps would stop, which is very strange. I mean, that's basically stalking behavior, but I don't know what that was. But just remember to always look behind you when you're hiking, and most people just either look down to keep pushing forward, or, you know, look forward. They never look behind them, and predators count on that. This is good. I'm glad we have locations like this out here where you can just come in the middle of nowhere, set up camp, relax, and just enjoy nature. Now we're supposed to get a rainstorm somewhere around 9 o'clock. Yeah, I guess I'll stay here overnight. The wind is picking up, so should probably get my tent set up for the rain starts. So there used to be an old stagecoach line down below us here that brought people back and forth to this area. There was also an old railroad line. There's an old story about a train that was going down the tracks here, and saw a young kid walking on the tracks toward his train. So he started slamming on his brakes, his horn. The kid didn't even pay any attention to him at all. No matter how hard he tried to stop the train, he couldn't get it stopped, and ended up hitting the kid with what they call the cow catcher in the front. Hit him, and he flew into the air. They finally got the train stopped. They went back looking for him, and another kid came walking up to him. Turns out it was his brother. They were picking berries, and the kid was deaf, and he didn't hear the train coming. But yeah, he was killed and disfigured on the tracks there, and he ended up being buried. They think he's buried in this old cemetery down here in the woods, and some of the stones that you really can't make out who's who. There's about 100 people buried in the cemetery from these villages. This is sour cream and chives mashed potatoes, really good. Make them really fast. I ran into a guy that was through hiking the Appalachian Trail last summer, and this is what he was doing. Just a bunch of powdered mashed potatoes to get him through the whole trail. I'm gonna get my tent set up. Okay, well, I found my problem. I did not bring my my rain cover for my tent. I didn't bring a tarp either. So looks like I'm hiking my 4 miles back out in the dark. So the bug out bag challenge, I guess I failed the bug out bag challenge. I forgot the rain cover. My goal is to at least get past that boulder field before it gets pitch black dark. Yeah, need the boulder field.
Something large moving through the woods down there.
Shit. Yeah, there's something about night hiking. I love it. Listen to the sounds.